Okay, so each of these between, for x is between 0 and 180, inclusive for both of them. And so 3 tan 2x equals 1. So I'll say tan 2x equals 1/3. So 2x will equal tan to minus 1 of 1/3. So 2x will equal 18.4349 degrees. But when tan to minus 1 disappears, you need to put everything in, and this repeats every 180 degrees. So 180n degrees. That's what 2x is. And now x equals, divide this by 2, 9.21747, plus, and I have to divide this by 2, so it's 90n degrees. And that means that x equals 9.22 degrees, or add 90 to it, 99.22 degrees, or 99.2 degrees, to three significant figures. And if you don't put, as soon as the tan to minus 1 disappears, if you don't put but all the possibilities in there, when you divide by 2, you start losing some. So part 2, I've got 3 cos squared x plus 2 sine x minus 3 equaling 0. And this looks, it looks like a disguised quadratic, but I need to replace the cos squared to start with. I know that sine squared plus cos squared equals 1, and therefore cos squared equals 1 minus sine squared. So I get 3 lots of 1 minus sine squared x plus 2 sine x minus 3 equals 0. Multiply this out, 3 minus 3 sine squared x plus 2 sine x minus 3 equals 0. The plus 3 and minus 3 disappear, and that leaves me with the minus sine squared x plus 2 sine x equaling 0. I like to multiply through by minus 1, so I always like my squared term, or it's minus, my squared term to be positive. And now I can take, so it's 3 sine squared x minus 2 sine x is 0. So take out a factor of sine x, and that's 3 sine x minus 2 equaling 0. Something times something is 0. So either sine x equals 0, or 3 sine x minus 2 equals 0. So that means that x equals sine to minus 1 of 0. And so x equals sine to minus 1 of 0 is 0. But for sine, you get that, or 180 minus 0. And each of those repeats every 360n. This one here, 3 sine x equals 2. So sine x equals 2/3. So x equals sine to the minus 1 of this. And so x equals 41.8103, or 180 minus that. And so we get, and each of those repeats every 360n. And I explain using the unit circle why it's 180 minus the angle at the end. So now we've got the various angles we've got. So we've got x equals, it could be 0, or it could be 180, or it could be 41.8, or I could have 180 minus 41.8, which is 138.2, and they're the ones. I suppose that one really should be 138 degrees to three significant figures. The reason it's 180 minus it, unit circle, that's my unit circle. This is the sine axis, the eye going straight up. To remind myself, it's this one here, and I've got 2/3, so that's 2/3 of the way up. So my angle is the angle there, which is 41.8, but the other bit it could be is where it goes straight across here, and this green angle here is the same as the red angle here. Those two are the same, but we are interested in that angle there, which is obviously 180 minus the first one. And so that's where we get it from here. But as soon as you actually get rid of the sign to the -1, you need to put all the possibilities in there in case you actually need to divide by 2 or whatever. And that's question 7 done.